stories quality-based business, service condition, no government search evil.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. ENDO, a specialist in endocrinology, from the year 2156. Today, in 2025, I stand before you thanks to a breakthrough in time communication technology. I am not here merely as a witness from the future, but as a voice speaking from what lies ahead. Even though we look a little bit different in my time, I borrowed my outfit from AI to look more like the doctors from this time. What you have started, your work, your dedication, your discoveries, laid the foundation upon which we built the medicine of my time. In our era, the therapy is precise, personalized, and fully integrated with each patient's genetic profile. But it all began here, with you. Let us take a step back, 9 years, to 2016, when the digitalization of medical information was still in its infancy. 2016. Here we are in 2016, where it all began, back when the technology was pretty outdated, which makes me wonder how you had a good start and kept going all these years. Perhaps your decision to start organizing the Diabetes Days with international participation, with the aim of expanding knowledge, exchanging experiences with experts from surrounding countries, and more broadly and better dealing with the problems and challenges related to diabetes, was one of the reasons these days were so successful. Surprisingly, now they have become a tradition for years, and the first Diabetes Days were held in Mavrovo, in Hotel Radica, in the period from the 1st to the 4th of April, 2017. Next year you decided to change the location, having to be a bit more active and go to another town. Yes, that town was Doiran. And you also changed the date, I see. That year, they were from the 31st of March to the 2nd of April 2017, together with guests from the region and beyond, where you tried to create an interesting program. And you succeeded. Seems like another change that year was having a motto for the World Diabetes Day, entitled, Eyes Towards Diabetes. So your symposium was dedicated to diabetes and its complications. The participants had the opportunity to reminisce about the serious complications that diabetes causes, but also to hear what is new in their prevention and treatment. 2018. Let's see how you organized the 3rd Diabetes Days and the 5th Macedonian Congress of Endocrinology with international participation in 2018. Looks like you still wanted to be active, so you held them in Ohrid at the Hotel Granite. In this period, you implemented a rich program that included plenary lectures, presentations, symposia, discussions, and workshops, in which all interested participants had the opportunity to take part and recall the serious complications caused by diabetes, novelties about its prevention and further treatment, and discussed dilemmas in the field of endocrinology and diabetes. How sweet. 2019. In 2019, the tradition continued in Hotel Montana in Krushevo. Just like in 2017, there was a motto for World Diabetes Day, which was, Diabetes affects every family. So this symposium was dedicated to diabetes and its prevention. You had eminent endocrinologists from Macedonia and the region, as well as from the world, share their experiences and novelties with the audience. 2020. Due to the pandemic, 2020 on the Earth was a year of uncertainty in all spheres of social life, but also a challenge on how to move forward. But you didn't give up. Following the recommendations and protocols, the symposium you held online as a hybrid event was attended by more than 150 participants, 30 eminent lecturers, and pharmaceutical companies held their symposiums. We thought that no one would want to sit down for hours in front of their computer and listen, but you kept their attention. Since 2021 was another uncertain year on Earth, we were wondering about the future and wondering how you would continue. But then, on November 5th, we received a signal from the Limac Hotel and a broadcast from the 6th Diabetes Days. We were pleasantly surprised that you continued the tradition. Bravo! Although the whole world was suffering from the ordeal called COVID-19, and those were years of a lot of work and uncertainty, especially for all healthcare workers. But the diabetologists in Macedonia kept going, and their scientific program included plenary lectures and satellite symposia. 2022. In October 2022, you were at the Izgrev Hotel in Struga. We know about this too. We follow you closely every year. With this great event, you continued the already established tradition of continuous medical education of the highest quality. You provided a diverse, informative, and educational program that satisfied the interests of everyone, and your colleagues from Macedonia, the region, and the world gave their maximum in their intellectual discussions, plenary sessions, poster presentations, and symposia. 2023 was the 8th year in a row for the Diabetes Days in Macedonia. Congratulations on continuing to follow the global trends in diabetes, both in daily practice, in your patient clinics, and in scientific sections and events, where you shared the latest medications, studies, and treatments for diabetes. We know that you were at the Sirius Hotel in Strumica from September 15th to 17th that year. 2024. I think you were here last year, in this very hall, right? And it was the 9th Diabetes Days, if I'm not mistaken. Your program was outstanding, scientifically up to date, provocative, and designed to satisfy the curiosity of every physician. Even though we were watching you all these years, I want to thank you all for being patient enough to listen to this whole story, as I know you've been sitting in your chairs all day. But now I would like to welcome Dr. Milenkovic to come up to the stage and say a few words. So you must still be patient and listen to what all the organizers have to say about these diabetes days. Good luck.